Happy Wednesday. It is freezing where I am today and super rainy and super cold. So hopefully your weather is better than mine. But if it's not, let me know. Or if it is, let me know. Let me be jealous of all those people that live in Florida. My name is Teresa. I'm the owner and artisan at NTS Design Co. I come live with you guys every Wednesday at 10 a.m. to show you guys some fun painting tutorials. I am a content creator for Dixie Belle Paint Company, which is where we are today. And all of the products that I'll be using today, you can find on the Dixie Belle website. Now, if you go to the Dixie Belle website and go to the upper left-hand corner and you type in your zip code, you'll be able to find all of your local retailers and you'll be able to find all of the products that I'll be showcasing today and many, many more. A lot of your retailers will be showing lots of classes and fun things that you can sign up for and do just a lot of really fun crafts. And also all of your retailers are very knowledgeable in all of the products that they sell because duh, they're selling them. So why wouldn't they be? So you can go ahead and find all of your information there. You can always drop your questions, paint related, in the comment section, and I would be happy to answer them as I see them. Last week, we did a fun little tutorial. It was really quick, but we did a table that I had outside that I had some planters on. And so we will be continuing to do that. I'm not seeing your comments, so if you are commenting, I don't see them, but thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that very much. So last week we did a really fun table that I'm going to show you. And as you guys can see, I have the gargantuan dresser that was the pair to the side table that we painted a few weeks ago. Good morning, Shannon. How are you this morning? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm very cold today. It is so cold. I have coffee and water, so hopefully that'll keep me warm. I have no heater, so I'm freezing. It's been an ongoing issue with the heat, and by the time I finally figure it out, it'll be too hot to worry about it anymore. So I guess that'll be a next year's problem. Good morning, Patty. Hopefully you are not freezing, because I know I'm cold here, so you've got to be cold there. All right, last week we showcased all of the patina. The iron I did not use, but I did use the bronze and the copper patina paint. We used the blue spray, the yellow spray, and the teal, blue, green spray. I'm going to show you what that table looks like. I'm going to show you how to seal that table today, and then I'm going to showcase, because that's literally going to take 5 minutes for me to seal that. I'm sick of this weather. Yeah, I was literally in shorts and a tank top on Super Bowl Sunday, and now I'm freezing with my nose running in my shop, and it is pouring rain, and it is so cold. It was sleeting in some areas, like there were 20 schools closed yesterday. Like, come on, I'm over this. Bipolar weather here, but that's every year. We always complain about it. And guess what? In 2 months, I'll be complaining that it's too hot. So, you know, whatever. I'm back. I had a bad connection. Oh, hi, Patty. Sorry about that. I'll also be showcasing how to apply, because I've gotten a lot of comments on this, and I usually don't do this. I'm going to be very honest. I usually don't do this. I will sand back my piece of wood all the way back to the bare wood, and then I will apply a gel stain on top, because I like the way that it soaks into the wood. I like that wood grain showing through. But because this furniture is literally a giant piece of crap that people get very mad that I'm painting. So sorry, not sorry. Not real wood. It's okay. So I will be showing how to put no paint gel stain over a factory finish. So again, I don't normally do that. It's not my thing, but in this case, we will be doing it. Snow today, maybe up to 6 inches. Dude, you better build a snowman for me and send me a picture. There may not be enough in here. I may have to go back and grab another can. So today we'll be showcasing Gator Hide. Gator Hide is Dixie Belle's strongest top coat. It is waterproof. It is okay to put it outside. I'm going to put plants on this, and I'm going to put it outside of my garage. So it is going to get sun, rain, sometimes snow, whatever on top of it. So this is what I'll be using, and I'll be using the little Gator Hide sponges to apply it, or depending on how I feel, I might use a foam and dandy. Okay? All right, coffee. Coffee is a must. I was at a coffee creamer this morning, and I'm gonna tell you what, as a coffee drinker, that's terrible. So I had to stop and get my coffee. So I wasn't sad about it, because I got a caramel macchiato from my favorite coffee shop, and they make it half calf, because I am trying to drink less coffee. So I feel like I can drink the same amount of coffee and just have half of the caffeine. Win-win, right? So here we are. As I freeze. All right. Let's show you this gorgeous patina table that got finished. I love the drippy top. I'm gonna drop you guys down and pull you in closer so you can see without making anybody throw up. Isn't she gorgeous? So this is what we did last week. And it's the yellow does come off a little bit, so just know that. Okay, so that's why we need to seal this. Also, I'm gonna put it back outside. I wanted the top to be super drippy and purposeful, like it just like a bunch of stuff just dripped on top of it. And then it ran down the sides. That was my goal for this table. And it turned out, and you can still see there's still some, and you can see the pink popping through. It's all what I wanted. You could put a glaze on top of this, which I think actually wouldn't be such a bad idea if you took like a black glaze, or that, like, you could do the copper glaze on top of this too, which is what I have on my wall over there. On my staging wall, I stenciled copper glaze on the wall. But you could definitely put a glaze on top of this if you wanted to. I just like it the way that it is. So I'm gonna show you guys how to use gator hide on this table, and then we'll be doing the no pain gel stain on the top of that, and that should eat up about an hour's worth of time. So let's get a move on it. I'm gonna slide on over here. It kind of matches my shoes, actually, my fuzzy Crocs, because it's freezing. So let's pull her closer. And I'm going to be pouring my gator hide into a cup. I will probably use the foam and dandy, to be quite honest. So you're gonna give this a good shake. I haven't opened this one before, so it's brand new. And I feel like, there we go, making sure that comments is refreshing, because sometimes it doesn't like to do that. So, oh gosh, we're gonna open that with all of our muscles. I'm gonna try not to get this on my clothes today. We'll see. And I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I'm getting all my notifications from all of my emails, so that's fun. All right, so this is open. And now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab some gloves. I don't like to get gator hide on my fingers. I don't like to get anything on my fingers, so let me just start there. So I do wear gloves a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on. And these ones are a little big. These ones are the medium ones. I usually give these ones to my son for fishing stuff, so they'll be a little bit big, but that's okay. Suck some more of that down because it's cold in here. We're gonna open up our Foam and Dandy 2-inch, and I'm just gonna kind of use that and probably use this as well. This is the gator hide sponge. It's got the ridges so that you can apply your stuff nicely. Actually, we're gonna do that first. So let's go ahead and we're gonna pour this gator hide. And this is the top coat, and it has that milky consistency. It does dry clear, so do not worry, it dries clear. If I was applying this to this dresser, what I would do is I would apply a coat of satin clear coat first, and then I would go back and use the gator hide, because gator hide can be tricky and it can leave streaks sometimes that you need to like sand out with like 1,000 grit sandpaper to get it out. It just can be really tricky to use. So let me go ahead and straighten my camera out, because since I moved you guys, now you're crooked. So that can happen. And to avoid that, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and use the satin clear coat. But since it is just a little side table that we're gonna put a plant on, we're going for it. We're gonna go ahead and dump that in there. That should be more than enough. Now this stuff will, it's like glue. So what you wanna do is you want to, look Patty, I'm wiping off my edges. We're going to wipe the edge of your jar, otherwise your jar will be glued on your lid, cemented forever, and it will be one of those situations where you have to slam it on the ground and risk breaking it, which I do all the time, hence my floor looks like crap. But we're not gonna do that today. We wiped it off because we're gonna be good little jar mommies and make sure that next time we use this that I can open it. I hate when things get cross-threaded. Please close. All right, you have to be smarter than the jar. I can't get this thing on here. Come on. Can't get it on, can't get it off. What are we doing here? Be smarter than the jar. All right. Oh my word. Seriously? Listen here, mister. And I said it's a mister because misters always give you problems. All right. Well, you know what? It's good enough. I'll fix that later. I'm not going to fight for 20 minutes on camera to do that. I tuck my hair behind my ears so I don't get top coat in my hair. I'm a terrible jar mommy. I am too. Like, I still have all of last week's project over here. Last week was a rough week. Those that follow me, they know why. But, so I did not come back out here. This is actually the first time, other than last night, I had my guys move this piece of furniture because it was over there where I store the rest of the set because I want to get this set done. And it literally weighs 900 pounds. I can't even move it. Like there's no moving this. It is 100% MDF and veneer over the MDF, which is not real wood. So it weighs 9,000 pounds. I will not be moving it. I was in a gym last night and we were doing exercises. I was deadlifting and I felt my chest pop, which is not a good thing for those that go to the gym. So no lifting and no heavy workouts or chest or anything like that for me for 2 weeks. My trainer was there, thank God, last night, and she was like, yeah, we're done. So that sucks for me because I literally live in the gym. I'm still gonna go to the gym, but I'm just gonna lift like super light and probably just do cardio tonight if I even go. But all right, enough of that. Here is your Gator Hide sponge. You can take your clear water, you can mist it, and then you squish it in there. All right, that helps it go on a little easier if you would like to do that. This doesn't really matter because it's literally a side table. It's not a big deal. We're gonna take this, I'm gonna dip in the top. I like to use cups because this fits in here perfectly and I can see how far I'm submerging it in there. You can also use a bowl. I like the cup because I can scrape it off on the side so that way it doesn't drip anywhere. And we're just gonna go ahead. I obviously need a lot more than that. Let's try that again. All right, whee! So I'm not gonna offload, okay? I'm just gonna let it drip down. And we're just gonna do a little circle and get this on here. Why I like Gator Hide, again, is because it is the strongest top coat and it's going to give me the highest level of protection for this piece. I want it on there gooey, thick. I don't care about streaks. Literally, this is going to have a plant dripping over it and rain and whatever else I want. I may decide that this is not the best idea to do this. All right, so we're just gonna try. I'm gonna go around the edges. And I love that when you apply your top coat to this stuff, the patina paint, it kind of brings it back to life. Do you see how shiny it is versus the dull on the sides? So now we are going to leave that alone. I've already got it all over my legs. And we're just gonna go ahead and run around the top of that lid up there, and we're gonna pull it down. This is going, and you see how the yellow comes off a little bit, but that's okay. This is gonna require more than one coat of this, okay? We're probably gonna do, to be quite honest, like 3 coats of this, just so that I can ensure that it's gonna be good and waterproof. We're gonna get, and this is also why I like the sponge, because I can get in these little grooves and make sure that it doesn't come off. It's gonna be good and protected. This is not how I would apply it to furniture, just to let you know. This doesn't matter, so I'm going any which way. Furniture, you gotta be super picky over it because it'll show everything. Again, we're gonna take our little sponge. We're gonna dip into this cup. I like doing the cup method because you can kind of see and it just kind of gets whatever off on the sides. All right, make sure you really get your bottom. And we're just gonna run this up and down, get in these little groovy grooves. This is also why I'm wearing gloves, because my thumbs are covered in Gator Hide, so are my fingers. And then this also brings back that shine and that copper. Like, look how much deeper that looks. I can bring you guys a little closer. Right about there. You can see how it just kind of brings that back to life, right? Again, making sure you get that bottom, get in those little groovy grooves, and then just kind of give it a good wipe. And it just looks so pretty. Something so simple that literally doesn't require a lot of effort. It was just fun. And if this drips, I don't care. Like sometimes you're like, oh no, my top coat got drippy. I don't care. Not with this project. It does not matter to me. Okay, we're gonna take our sponge again. We're gonna dip down in here. And we're just gonna grab the edge. The sponge is really heavy, full of Gator Hide. It's insane to me. I never use this much product, but again, on this piece, it is necessary. And you can tell where you've gotten the Gator Hide because it'll have a sheen to it versus not. And so we're just kind of smoothing that out. And ta-la-da-da, looking good. We're gonna give her another turn, ensuring that we get all areas with good coverage. You can tell because it's wet where it will look like that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and dip in this again. I'm glad I put so much product in here because I am eating up some product, you guys. Just kind of getting in those grooves again. I'm just gonna run that around the bottom, try not to get it in my hair. Those that have gotten gator hide in their hair, that's fun, right? It's worse than getting paint in your hair, I swear. It's like glue. All right, now we're gonna turn her again. We're almost finished with that first coat. We're gonna take our sponge, grab her in, pull her out, offload the side so it doesn't get so drippy. And we're just gonna wipe on down. Getting in all those grooves again. My little guy's rolling around. Making sure there's none that I've missed. If there is, I'll grab it on the second coat. All right, I'm gonna put this back here. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and run my sponge that has an immense amount of product on it along the bottom. I will not be reusing this sponge because it has the patina paint on it that has kind of offloaded itself on here where it just transferred. So I will be throwing this sponge out. It is not very expensive. So if you didn't want to do that, you could use like a rag or something, or like a chip brush that's cheap and inexpensive. I don't recommend using a good brush when you're top coating this kind of stuff, at least for this kind of a project where it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm just catching any drips that I see. And here, when the gator hide dries, will your colors pop again? They do. They do. So it'll look like this. It'll have this nice sheen over it. It'll dry with that sheen. This thing, like, just to show you how gross, like, there's so much product left in there. That's what's left in my sponge. This is why I'm not gonna be reusing that sponge again. So this now lives in the trash can. This is garbage. So this is what we're doing. We're gonna leave it again. I'm gonna bring you guys in so you can see that sheen on it. And then I always take the gross glove hand off first and then ta-da. That way that product is not on me at all. Okay, let's bring you in. And down. And you can see the sheen on that, hopefully. And see how shiny. It's very pretty. It's very vibrant. Again, you can see all the drippage. It looks really, really pretty. It'll dry like this. So your first coat, it's gonna dry patchy. You're gonna see where you missed, and then you're just gonna go back over it again. I will probably put 2 more coats on here. So the next coat is just gonna be a really heavy coat like I just did. And then my third coat, I'll just go over it really good. I'll probably heavily, I definitely will heavily saturate the top because this is the part that I don't want to peel off. So that's what this is gonna look like dry. It's gonna be really beautiful. I'll show you guys next week what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead off camera. I'm gonna film it for content. I'm gonna do the other one. I still haven't done it yet. It's actually still outside in my driveway right now, getting rained on. So here's that. So that's that little project. And then if you catch, like, there's little drips, like, you could capture drips if you really felt like it. I honestly don't care enough about that to do it because, again, like I said, it's just a really fun little project that I just wanted to do to kind of change up what I had outside. I feel like this is more my style versus the bubblegum pink that I had out there, which I love. It's really bright and vibrant, but I really like this better. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab you out of the way. And then there is gator hide on my floor, because why wouldn't there be? And I'm gonna move this out of the way. Goodness gracious, I am so messy. This is why I can't paint inside. I got it literally everywhere. All right, we're gonna move her out of the way so she can dry in my freezing temperature. So we're gonna back you guys up. Actually, I'm gonna pull you in closer. I lied. And we're gonna pull you up so you can see the top of this. Hello from Brazil. I'm jealous. You guys are definitely warmer there than we are here. I'm not going to be able to do the entire frame of the piece of furniture. So we're going to do it by sections, okay? Because obviously my camera can only show you so much unless I pull you all the way across the back of the garage. And I don't think you're going to appreciate that. So we're going to pull you up. This matches the little side tables that we did. Let me see if I can flip you guys around. this is what it's gonna look like once it's done. So we did this live, and that's driftwood, if you guys are wondering what color is on there. It's all right, sorry about that. I had an incoming phone call. So here is what she looked like before, and then that's what it looked like after when I painted it in the driftwood. And then we did the cleaning process, and I painted it offline. But she looks beautiful, and she's top coated in satin clear coat. I still haven't top coated the top, but I'm gonna put a couple coats of Gator Hide on top of that because I typically do not paint the tops of furniture, which is why for the bigger piece, I opted to do the no paint gel stain because I just did. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Move this over here. I'm gonna try to get this lid back on without a fight. All right, there we go. The lid went back on off camera because it was like, oh yeah, we're not on camera, so I'm gonna work for you. We're gonna take our Gator Hide sponge, and I don't need these cups anymore. I'm gonna put this over here. And the inside of this furniture is so pretty. Like they're flocked, which is just a velvet where you can put, you know, your jewelry in here. It's really high end. The drawers sides are wood, but like the actual finish on top of it is, it's veneer. So this is Bassett furniture. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna cut off all of the plastic on her, making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so now what is it? Ugh, come on. The reveal of this giant piece of furniture. All right. Giant ball of plastic. Giant. All right. So there is that. Now, we're just going to go ahead. This was already cleaned off before it was wrapped. So I'm just going to give it a good wipe. There's some damage done to this, which is, again, I cannot sand this because it's chipped off. This is not real wood. It is veneer. There are some real wood pieces on here, but it's not real. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to add our no paint gel stain. Now, with your no paint gel stain, let me go ahead and get a mixing stick. With your no paint gel stain, I need an opener. Thank God everything is like right here, you guys, right? So with the no paint gel stain, you're gonna go ahead. Actually, I have better gloves than these. I always forget I have this little pack of gloves that's like my emergency gloves. It's never even been opened. I buy these, like, I have gloves everywhere. I just do. But I like these ones better because they'll fit my hands better. And then on these little sides, I just rip them open so that I can get things out easier. So here's my purple gloves. We'll see if those are gonna work. If not, I have my other ones. So I'm gonna put my gloves on before I even start this project. And again, the whole top drawers are all flocked. They're nice and beautiful. The second drawers are just wood, but it's in perfect condition. I will not be doing anything to them except for wiping any dust that's in there out. And then they will be for sale. I'm gonna put my little purpley gloves on and pull my sleeves up because I will surely get this on my clothes. All right. Okay, making sure I'm not missing you guys. It is so cold in here. I feel like Rudolph. My nose is cold. Get these guys on here. All right. So now, with your no paint gel stain, you're gonna go ahead and you're going to use your paint jar, can opener, whatever you want to call it. All right, I have walnut. That seems to be my favorite, although I probably should have used espresso. Actually, let me do that. I'm going to grab espresso just because it's a darker color. And I feel like the light and the dark contrast will be nice. When you are sealing your no paint gel stain cans or any kind of a can, you want to use a rubber mallet. Because if you use a hammer or a screwdriver or any of those things, it's going to bend this. Once this is bent, it allows air in there, which will contaminate your product. So you don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go grab a can of other stain. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And we're gonna show you a stain that I don't normally use. So espresso is a darker stain than the walnut. Walnut is my favorite, but since this looks the way that it does, I rather use the espresso over it so that I know I'm going to be able to get full coverage. All right, so now, again, with our little paint can opener, that's the espresso. It's like a very dark coffee bean color. I found out the hard way. Yeah, Patty, it's terrible. You gotta be really careful. So that's that. You wanna make sure that you use these products in a well-ventilated area. It is an oil-based product. It's smelly, so you wanna be careful for that, okay? Now that I have this open, it's this color, okay? The white shows it really well. The pickling white will show the separation in this product. Can you see the oil on the top moving? I'm trying to catch it in the light. All right, that means it's separated, which obviously it's separated because it's oil-based. So you want to take a stick and you want to mix it up really good. You want to mix this up for a minimum of 30 seconds, okay? A lot of people are like, oh my goodness, I get comments all the time. It didn't go on right, it didn't adhere right. Well, here's the problem. You need to mix it. You need to mix it really, really good. If your product is separated, you're getting all the oil on the top and all of the color and all the other good things that make oil-based stain, which I don't know the components to that, get separated. Just like your paint. You need to make sure that your paint is mixed well. You need to make sure your primer is mixed well. You need to make sure your top coat is mixed well. These products need to be mixed. Any product needs to be mixed. So now that that has been mixed very, very well, again with a popsicle stick, and you're just gonna kind of stir it around, get whatever is on the bottom, come to the top. It's real thick now, it's not watery, okay? Real thick, so like chocolate pudding, okay? If you may. All right, let me put this over here. And now I am going to grab my little sponge. And this is the No Pain Gel Stain Sponge. When I sand things back to bare wood, I always use the applicator pads, the white pads. Those ones are my favorite because as I'm applying the stain, it buffers it back. So I'm putting it on and taking off the excess. Today, I want to blob it on. So you could use a roller. I feel like you could use a roller. Don't quote me on that. Again, you could do more than one coat. You can also apply the stain over paint. If this was really terribly destroyed, I could put coffee bean on top of this and then go ahead and put my stain on top of that. The chalk paint is very porous, so it's going to absorb the paint. But just know that if you're going to do that, you need to be careful because paint chips. It's inevitable. It's paint. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it chipped. It's going to do that. If you slam something on top of it, it's going to chip. It's the same with this finish. This finish is chipped all to you know what, and it's a factory finish. So it happens. So you just need to be careful and you need to take the right steps to make sure that your products are laying the way that you want them to. So now we're going to, I feel like I need to bring you in a little closer. We're gonna work on this spot right here, okay? So now I'm going to take my No Pain Gel Stain in espresso and my Gator Hide sponge, and I'm just going to dip a little bit of that in there. I'm gonna offload it on the side. And you see how it's very translucent? All right, it's going to take more than one coat because I'm staining over a factory finish. It's not going to be like paint. You have to go ahead and do a couple coats of this, all right? You can tell it's already deepening it, but if you want that like real thick look, it takes more than just one, all right? And we're not gonna lob it on there like this because this is gonna take 700 years to dry and it's not gonna look good. So you just wanna make sure that you go over it, get in the cracks. This is why I like to use the sponge when I'm doing this because I can take my thumb and just kind of get it to go in there. All right, and again, this is oil-based stain. It is going to take a little while to dry. It is not really going to absorb into anything because there's nothing for it to absorb into. There's still finish on this. But the good thing is gel-based stains were designed to sit on top of something. So the whole purpose of this is for it to sit on top of this finish That was the reason why gel stains were made. Now, I like to use them the other way and have them absorb into my finish, which they very well can. You just have to take the steps to do that. But if you don't want to, and you're very patient, and you can go over this a couple of times. So basically like paint, our first coat is just getting it on there, right? And then it has something to stick to for that next coat of gel stain, all right? So we're just getting her on there. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna go back over it again. You see how it's already making this look really pretty. It's deepening it just a little bit, but not absorbing in. Like I said, it cannot absorb in, it will not absorb in because of the factory finish that is on top of it. I will come back next week and we can do more of the gel stain on top of it, and I'll show you. Usually I do my tops last, but in this case, we're gonna do it first. All right, making sure I'm not missing you guys. We're going to dip in a little bit more. And now I'm just going back and forth with the strokes on top. Again, it does not have to be perfect coverage. I'm going over this again. I just want it to get on there and fill in anything like these little scratches. Now, if you're looking for it to make your finish look better, it will do that. But if there's like deep scratches and stuff like that, you're still gonna see them. They'll just be less noticeable. But like this product isn't gonna fill anything. Just like your paint, when you're painting, whatever the surface is underneath is what your surface is going to look like afterwards. That's why when you're painting, you sand it back, you clean it, you fill it to ensure that there's a nice, soft finish. Now with this, like I said, it's not gonna really do that. But it will save you from having to sand. If you can't sand, or if you don't wanna sand, or if it's a top that doesn't want to be sanded, as so. Okay? And it just goes on nice and smooth. And that's kind of just what I'm doing. I'm just kind of getting it on there. I know it's kind of hard to tell. It just looks like I'm smearing it off, but I really am not. Okay. Ta-da! And again, if I did this over a painted surface, it would absorb in there and you would get more of that. It would look more like that. And I guess you could if you really wanted to. I'm not a very thick product applier, if that makes sense. I feel like less is more with myself. So we're just gonna get that on there. Just like so. And the gel stain will take a few days. You can already tell because that's dried some, how much it goes on nicer on that second coat. So your second coat's gonna look more like this versus very patchy and thin on your first coat because it has to have something to stick to. So don't fret. I know a lot of people are like, it didn't do right. Well, that's why. Trust the process, be patient. It's gonna be okay. We're here to learn together. All right, and it'll look more like this, and then your third coat will go on even better, just like your paint. So, alrighty, there is that. Now I'm just making a streaky mess because I don't know what else to do. So there's that. All right, so then this will be in the trash because you cannot reuse that, obviously, because it's oil-based. And it's a very inexpensive product, so you don't really need to worry about trying to save it. I mean, if you really wanted to, I guess you could. I already got stuff on me. See what happens? This is why I wear dark clothes in here. But so that's our product. That's what we're doing today. And if you have any questions about what we did or what I showed you, drop them in the comment section and I will answer them. And other than that, whew, I'm gonna drip this everywhere. I like to, as you can see, I'm taking my sponge and putting it inside, and I'm gonna grab this and wrap it so that way it's not gonna make a mess, okay? I'll put that back over here. It still has stuff on it, so I'm gonna shove it inside of my product bag, and then it's in its own nice, neat tidy little mess. And I'm now realizing that I probably should have not done that until I sealed the top of it, but that's okay. All right, so hopefully if you guys have any questions about any of the products that we used today, you guys feel a little more comfortable. I will catch you guys next Wednesday. You'll see this looking a whole heck of a lot cooler. I'll go over, we'll paint it and we'll make it look really fun and do all the fun things. This will be painted in driftwood. If you're not tired of driftwood by the time I'm painting this set, then go ahead and try it. But this entire set will be painted in driftwood, and it will be, obviously, I sell my furniture, so it will be for sale. But I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Stay warm out there because, like I said, it is freezing. All right, you guys, thank you, Dixie Belle, for having me. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me. I'll catch you guys next week. Bye, you guys.